What is happening, ladies and gents? Slaymate here, playing more UnderRail, and I had to go back through the mushroom caves. Wait, no, I had to go back through the rat hound place, and all of the tunnels. There we go. That's what I was looking for, with all the maggots. It was pretty horrible. But we're here now. And it looks different, so I'm guessing it's the right way. We've got our mysterious pillars. They lie dormant. Hydraulic power unit. Oh, I think that's what we're looking for. Oh my god, there we go. We got it. I'm so happy. No, there's a worm there, and I see him, but I'm gonna loot this bag. You can't stop me from looting the bag. Come on, crit. Yeah. Never crits when you wanted to. I want to say electricity did real good on it. And we missed. Awesome. Oh, double worms. I immediately regret coming over here. I want to run. Oh, no. I'm going to have to reload my save just to get back in here. No, stop it. No! All of the poison and the grossness. It's so bad and terrible at the same time. This is gonna be real bad. If it bounces the wrong direction, is what I was gonna say. Things have gone from bad to worse. Oh my god. The damages. Please just go between these two worms. Thank you. Also, please don't kill me. You're gonna kill me. This little grub's gonna kill me. The whole world is gonna kill me. Crap. Time to run away. Right. Well, I'm just gonna take the hydraulics and run. And then be out of here. In 3, 2, 1. You carefully put the slimy heart-shaped organ inside the container. A small button beneath it lights up, one labeled with Initiate Processing. You press it to hear the sound of the machine awakening. The organ of the plant is quickly turned into sludge and sucked inside the machine. A monitor to your left flashes for an instant, then turns off. Monitor flashes once every few seconds to display a list of all the organic compounds extracted before becoming black again. After staring at it for some time, you identify that the machine offers you the option to turn the sludge into biocide. You of course do that. What the hell is biocide? A grenade casing. Oh, okay. I made a grenade out of the machine heart. Make biocide grenades. Oh, okay, sure. So I got 5. 5 nades. Sweet. Progress. Alright, my insides are going insane. Please be the right shaft. Attempt to repair the machine. Begin the repairs, please. Please, 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 please. Even once I get all this done, I don't think I can beat the boss, because I can't even find where to combine mutagen samples. While you were aware from the start that installing life into this decaying piece of machinery is going to be a difficult task. How difficult, however, that you realized only after you finally rolled your sleeves up and began working. I'm looking after your oh my god, no, please. Screws getting decapitated as soon as you touch them with a screwdriver, tubes full of holes, and you had to patch up the super tape with a tiny, delicate, yet I managed it. Yes! Now after the repairs are completed, The last thing left for you is pour the hydraulic fluid into the reservoir and check for any remaining holes. And that's what you do. After making sure that nothing is leaking, you close the panel. The only way to test it, if all this trouble is worth it, is to actually try to open the gate. Gate controls must be above you near the gate, seeing as though there are no controls visible in this room. But yeah, I have just been everywhere. I've drilled walls, I've done different things, and I swear I am missing probably 6 or so different chemicals, and I can't find where to combine them. I can scan them, figure out what parts are in them. I can't even find the processor or the place to do it. And I also think I'm gonna do what, like throw a nade or something? How do I throw a nade? Like up there, nade? No, I probably don't want to stand in it. I also have really bad throwing. Maybe? No, not enough? No, I gained some XP. Something happened. Let's push the button. Now, we got the door open. And I believe we can fight the boss, but like I said, I don't have... Yeah. Unless it's past the door, which I highly doubt. I would guess it would be the boss. There's a hatch. Maybe this is where I combine stuff, but probably not. Let's go down the hole. Oh, you son of a bitch. Is this the combiner? I hate my life. I also don't have them all. But, I have been looking everywhere thinking that I needed to combine them before coming here. Whoa. Suddenly something tightens deep in your deep in your chest and stomach. And you are frozen in place. An overwhelming fear pours over you and you feel your jaw tightening, your heart racing, and your knees getting weak. It takes all your mental power not to just collapse right there on the floor. The tension lasts for minutes, but you refuse to give in. Eventually it starts subsiding. It is as if you can feel the fear traveling through your nerves and out of your skin, dissipating into the air around, just like when you have too much garlic, you know, and just like comes out your pores. Let's look at this box. What you got, box? Foam patent. What about this? What you got here? Oh my god, here's 4 of them. Which means, I think, I was told there are 16. And I only have 14. So, you know, I probably can't even get it right, even if I got it right. Is this the boss, or did I need to, please don't tell me that was the boss door. That's the boss door, isn't it? You son of a bitch. Wait. It is Shadow. We expected. We have been starving ourselves for days in hopes he would come for his prize. Such a heavenly feast it would be. A storm of senses at the break of abstinence. The flesh of the high ones, so opulent. Their thoughts, clear and brisk water in ancient glacial currents. I have a massive array. But I see now that he will not dare face us. And instead, we got you, another mangy rail rat. How dare he? Trashed. I didn't get... But alas, we have not eaten for a while, so we must make do. Come, little one. Let us take you down the corridors of pain. Take heart, for the other side. A greater destiny awaits. On the other. You must ascend to become exalted. Proudly rise to submission. Come, join your river into our sea and become the flesh of a god. I don't want to though. I'll pass. I'm gonna pass. And I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna go back up. I can't go back up. No! I need to go up and do some research first. The research! Wait, but the poison. The research. Oh, God. Alright, so upstairs, before I go down in there, it tells me, or there's a terminal here. It talks about these two reagents. Right. Which, like I said, I don't have all the things, so I mean, I will try a few combinations. I'll try a few combinations. And I mean, if I can't get it, I don't even know how many there are. I wrote down some numbers from the scanner. Granted, I didn't scan the ones I just picked up because that'd be crazy. I'll probably go back out and look at some scan results before I hop down. But yeah, you know, I have to have sensations wash over me real quick. That was quick. Take these, and then we'll look at this. I'm gonna inject a compound. No compound. Whoops. I would like to modify, but that's not what I want to do. I would like to clear that. Nope. Do I have to put them in here? I must have to put them in here. So if I put this one in and say to inject it. Injecting agents. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna try some things, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so I need to... to create that, which I wrote down the lettering for, and it's a whole bunch of numbers, and then I wrote down all the ones for everything I scanned. Looks like the first one will be, should be soulless. I don't want the D5 or DS in there, so I think it's IO1 next. That's all correct. Then I need some TB and some L5, which... Echo 2? Looks like it could be right. It adds another VX, which I don't need, but whatever. I need a VKXZWB. I know this is gibberish. Kelion 2 gives me everything except I don't want U2, which I believe I can use Echo 2 again, which that all looks right. Let's create the compound and inject it. Yes! Oh my god. All of the research. It's been worth it. Toxicity detected in biomass. He doesn't sound very happy. I don't know if there's another one that we can craft, but to make him even weaker. And I don't know if I should go physical suit. Well, I guess we'll see when we get down there. Let's quick save. And I also don't really know what I'm supposed to do once I get down there. I know there's some canister things I think down there I can break, but I'm sure it's a lot more killing. We'll see. Well, my shields will be down in no time at all. Let's try to get one dead just to see what happens. Nothing at this rate. I'll get you. I'll get you, Mutagen. Oh, okay. Why is he coming over here? I didn't do anything. You're not gonna get me, Devour. The electrokinesis is. Damn it, I'm not gonna have enough go juice. Oh my god, I can hit them with anything. Well, again, the science was good to know. Eat it. Eat it all. I wonder. Let's also find out if they can get stunned. Nope. They are immune. Good to know all of these things. Science. I want to cast stuff as I'm moving in and then wait behind the shield the whole time. Who resisted anyways? You little piece of hot. You know? Like, what a... Rude. Yeah, start with a crit. All the kids are doing it. Get out of my face, Tchort. Mouth of Tchort. Tchort of mouths. Just don't mental breakdown me, please. Thank you. What? Oh. It's the wrong one. Oh, silly me. Which one did I hit with? Psi cognitive interruption? They look kind of similar. A little bit. Not much. A little bit. What? Nope. This house is mine. How do I not have 18 psi points? Oh, action points. Damn it. My calculations might be off. Because now mental breakdown's gone. I did it somehow last time. I guess I don't need to be behind the shield when I do that. The shield is my panic room. Hi, how's it going? MOT? Do it. Tchort, always in the way. Somebody's always got to be in the way. Alright. Gotta wait. 3 turns. I'll just give you a little love tap. Just to say hi. Just to show we're friends. If that brain tentacle saps my ability to cast. Okay. So. Oh, right. That was the love tap. I got rid of my thing. Can I do it right one attempt in a row? I used my cheap on my neural. That's why I still had stuff available. Because I'm dumb. I didn't put my shield on. I'll get it right someday. I'm gonna get tased. Oh, I can walk past you this time. Cool. And get biolocation. Hi there. Ooh, we put it behind me. Nice. You little bastard men. You're such a jerk. Come on, man. Work with me here. Got inhibited. I'll get you. I will get you in the manner that I want to get you. I think it's like actually my only possibility of defeating him. Still got some through. Interesting. Can I reach? Yes. Did it connect? Yes. I shall then move up. As long as I don't get knurled, it might have a chance of happening this round. It's not the knurl I was talking about, so it's all fine. Alright. A little of this. Followed by this. And that. Yeah, 900. Wasn't as big as last time, but that's still pretty good. So let's see. I need to do one of those. I don't have enough of that. So we'll see what happens. Knurled me again, that's fine. Probably have to kill Mouth. Which was a whole round of damage. That's unfortunate. It was a nice crit though. Oh, yeah, we're not gonna get through that. Not enough. Have anything to increase? Should have done that first. Should have done it first. Yeah. Just everything costs too much mana. Can't get enough through. Really, really sucks. $87 for that. That is horrible damage. I'm pretty sure Knurl's just my highest hitting. And I'm barely able to get 100 damage on him around, which is super not enough. Yeah. Way not enough. Tchort was like, ow. You hurt me. Which they can still heal if they're cryo-frozen, not that he could be. God, it costs so much. It costs way too much. I guess time while the shield's down is my block damage. Block damage time. God, you're so bad damage. I don't understand you, Tchort. Why are you so bad? Excuse me, I got something in my throat. He just knurled me, so I can't do the only thing I was gonna do. Which was, put up a shield. Ow. And now we're fatigued. But what a jerk. What a jerk. What a jerk. A whole pants of jerky. And I guess I'd rather this one crit, right? 300 something. God, I'm so dead to bleeds. Woo! Technically this one's supposed to do more, but I just don't see it. 111, yo. It's terrible. I'm losing progress on him now. Started off so well, and it just went downhill so quickly. I should have used it on. Let's try electricity just for kicks. Terrible. Actually terrible. Action points are just going down the trasher. He's good for electricity's good for dropping his or up his crit chance or whatever it's didn't even notice. Hi there. That was friendly. Not. I didn't want to cast anything for 2 turns anyways. Just wanted to be up here and have absolutely nothing to do. Yeah, take that 47 damage. You don't even know what to do with yourself. Alright, biolocation, that really kind of sucks. Can I scoot over and cast shield? I hope so. Nope. Because they can see around it. Biolocation kind of wrecked me a little bit. Alright, mental breakdown. You resisted it. Because of course you did. Ugh. Oh my god. It crit. He's gooing all over me. He's just gushing. I'm going to quick save. I am apparently not going to quick save. I'm gonna look inside. Well, there was a monster or god. It's dead now. Zakube. What's the console want? Give me Zakube. I'm no longer in combat. I am also now quick saving. I did it! I gamed the system. I think that was my only way of killing him as my character. Just crit hard. Wow, completely invulnerable. Oh, look at the cube. This must be the single weirdest item you've ever held. First of all, the cube is not even a cube at all. It's an irregular polyhedron. On most polyhedron faces, there's a symbol. Oh my god, it's a Dungeons and Dragons dice cube. Oh. That's gonna tase me if I go up there. I don't want to get tased. Alright, maybe I better read the cube. No, I refuse. Shit. Guess I go touch the ladder. With the console over there. Ah! What if I hadn't saved? I would probably kill myself. In real life. And just straight up, I'm like, dead. Maybe just being trapped down here with the cube is the end of all things. And I can't do anything else. I just sit down here forever with my cube. Come on, console. There we go. It's because I was in combat still. Most of the commands are in language you don't know. Disabled the ladder's electric field, thank you. Enable secondary elevator power, well sure. And randomly invoke commands. Nothing happens. Oh my god, we did it. I can't even. Just went up there and sat. Had about a 900 crit. Had another like 388 crit at one point due to the focus stim. And then that last one hit real hard. Better put on my suit because it's gross out here. Hey, I have Tchort looking at us. That's pretty sweet. I wonder if that means, oh. I guess we're doing this. Oh, he blipped. Hi there. How's it going? A familiar figure stands before you, addressing you without delay. Give us the cube. Give us the cube. That's not what he sounds like. Give us the cube. 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 Clone baby. It's still inside. Ha. I will give you this if you tell me what it is and why you need it so much. I have already explained that to you. Not enough, apparently. What's it used for? God damn it. Hand him the cube. The faceless carefully takes the cube from your hands. One of the soldiers hands him a metal box in which he places the cube, closing it soon after. We have no more business with you. He stops speaking, letting silence take over. As he observes you, as they all observe you, you begin to feel uneasy. However, your worry will soon prove to have been unjustified. He produces a strange medallion and hands it to you. This is for you. You are now free to leave. How do I get out of here? There is an elevator southwest of the Hollow Earth. It is the only functional... Blah, blah, I remember it. It's somewhere way down south. Nod and remain silent. The faceless nods, during which the soldiers behind him move almost simultaneously and pass through the gate behind you. One by one, towering faceless is the last one to do so. You're left to just stand there, spooked. Spook-juked. You got the sweet medallion. Oh, it's so sweet. I'm gonna put it on. I can't put it on. I should have fought them all. Should have murdered every last one of them. Alright, well, it's gonna take me a while to get to the elevator, so... I'm pretty sure I just gotta tell the world about it, right? Leo wants his knife. Something about the cube. Tanner wants it. He's a scumbag. Oh, I could have kept it and taken it to Tanner. Return it to Tanner. I could have killed the faceless for it. Should I go back and kill the first one for it? No, they had a metal box. Tanner's a scumbag. He wants it for himself. If I go in there, it leads to the Tchortists' elevator that they're protecting. So I'm not going to do that. Because that would be stupid. There's a really strong Tchortist dude that's in there. Maybe not as tough as the final boss. But pretty tough. How much did the boss give us, by the way? XP-wise. Can I ever know? I can never know. Alright, now I'll skip ahead. Take me to the bar. Pretty sure that's where it takes me. That bar out weird and deep. What is he doing? Is it 6? 6! A familiar shape materializes before you. You're startled. But as your previous encounter has shown, his presence, no matter how unexpected or intimidating, does not mean danger. Once more, a displaced voice addresses you. I don't remember how.
Tchort is no more, and the cube has been returned to the faceless.
Tchort is no more. It's like the clown dude from The Simpsons or something. I was wondering when you showed up again. Other events await my, or should I say, our participation. That is why I am here. I am looking for someone who pretends to be one of your own kin, but is not. Who? Hadrian Tanner, as he calls himself. Just as your lips separate a sound, the most obvious question, you hear the answer preceded. Yeah, exactly. Tanner must die, and few but myself can make sure that happens. I am a powerful being, and so is he. We are the same kin, yet he conceals it better. The reasons should be obvious. What did he do to deserve death? Did he steal the cube in the first place? He committed a crime. What crime? That does not concern you. So you need me to get to him? No. Tanner is no longer in Southgate Station. He knows I am after him, and if I am correct, he should be on his way to North UnderRail. Our events are connected. Yours, Tanner's, mine. I do not know why, but I do know that such is the case. As I saw you being an essential participant in the destruction of Tchort, perhaps you are also an actor of similar importance in Tanner's, or even in other events. It is an option I would be foolish to disregard. After our conversation comes to an end, I will travel to North UnderRail after him. I would recommend you do too. Wait, why don't you just teleport us both? Anyways, after the destruction that emerged from events we have witnessed is the consequence of his actions. All of it, I mean, in one way or another. And his actions are unlikely to deviate from the norm. I like that he uses words like the norm. If you want to prevent similar events from happening, then North UnderRail should be your next destination. You will be able to find me in a place called Hexagon. Ask for 6. Isn't that the bar? Alright. He's a dangerous individual, and if you're right, you better be stopped. I'll go to North UnderRail. Good. The faceless blockade is no more, so the railroad should be unobstructed. He stopped speaking. His lenses. You. Right, Minnie. Gotcha. Surveying your expression. Ask while you can. What are you, and where are you from? I come from far away. That is the best answer I can give you. It is the only one you will be able to understand. As for what I am, the things you see will be enough of an answer. Tchort referred to you as a High One. What does that mean? It is an archaic term. A distant thought. It does not describe me, but it speaks volumes about this particular manifestation. Alright, far away from where? You would not understand. God damn, I can understand. I have nothing to ask you. Good. Our conversation is done, Megan Mind. Yeah, it is, because I say so, not because you do. I'm a strong and powerful woman. You're just a weird alien mutant thing. From space! Or not space! Maybe he's from inside my head. I barely remember where the faceless blockade was. It was right above Lower Core City? Maybe? Oh, hi, Pig. Alright, well, I'll fast forward till I get there, because nobody needs to see pig battles. From the moment you stepped in the room, Vera's eyes were fixed on you. However, you are aware that the word look is not due to your lengthy absence. Oh, Megamind, I'm so glad you're alive. After we heard protectorate forces were moving towards the Institute of Tchort, and not hearing from you for so long, we became really worried. I'm sure you did. Thanks for your concern, but I'm fine. She nods. I'm sure you want to rest, and I wouldn't want to delay it any longer, but something happened. Tanner disappeared. I know. Wait. I know. She pauses. So the word is out already. Why don't you tell me about Tanner's disappearance? Well, he left his office some time ago, and no one has seen him since. No one saw him leave through any of the station's exit, like he vanished. This has never happened before. So many things are happening around South UnderRail, and his disappearance worries me. Vera looks at you, as if wanting to say something, but that statement seems like it has been replaced by a different one. We still haven't checked his room. Since you're here, I think it's best you do it. No problem, Vera. I'll do it. Usually I would approach Gorski with these kind of things, but since he's still in Core City, running a gang, it leaves you as the one I would trust the most with something this important. Alright, what do you want me to do? Well, see Ezra. He'll let you into Tanner's room. Keep your eyes open and try to find anything which might tell you or shed some light on where he's going. On my way. Good. Meanwhile, I think it's time to assemble the council. Return to me once you find and talk to Ezra and inspect his room. I could do that. I mean, that guy wants me to go to North UnderRail, but I better look at stuff first. Let's see, Cyber Labs? Was Ezra? It's been a long time since Ezra. That was, it's a Foundry we came and talked to him. Ezra looks at you with his one good eye and speaks in his usual calm and even fashion. Have you spoken to Vera? Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm ready to go to Tanner's room. Ezra presents the keycard to Tanner's room. Suivez-moi. You follow Ezra. Suivez-moi is French for follow me. Oh, this was his room, the one I couldn't get into in the private quarters section. Oh, thanks. There. I will wait here while you inspect Tanner's room. Won't you come help me? I wouldn't want to get in your way, Megan mind. Alright, I'm going to take a look. And be cautious. Just in case. Do you know something I don't? If I did, I would have told you by now. Alright, I'm going inside. And I'm also quick saving. Because what if he's got traps made out of boobies? Those always distract me. Light switch bomb. Filing cabinet bomb. Desk bomb. Shelf bombs. Those are the worst. I better take that and that. Probably I'll just touch this portal. You stare at the odd picture in front of you. Its seemingly solid surface is occasionally shifting before your very eyes. As soon as you begin to wonder if it's solid at all, and then you touch it. As your warm hand comes closer to touching the picture, Ezra's words of caution pass through your mind. You ignore them. A warm sensation pulses through your fingers as they meet the surface and vanish in it. They feel as if you are being... Wait, you are pushing them through a viscous fluid. And they also feel distant. Pull your fingers out, quick! As you pull your fingers out, the warm feeling disappears. You leave. He's got a super portal here, guys. Ezra. Super portal. Well, I gotta touch it. I gotta hardcore touch it. Let's do this. You touch it. You push your arm through. Slowly your arm disappears up to the elbow. The warm sensation now travels all the way to your shoulder and slowly proceeds further, creating a familiar feeling to blood flowing into a numb limb, but more intense. However, after holding this pose for a few moments, the warmth begins to dissipate, and your arm feels gone. Your mind begins to panic, screaming for the severed limb. Pain becomes excruciating, so you jump through. Despite the burning urge to pull your arm out, you instead push your whole body through. For a brief moment, it felt like you swam through thick, warm liquid. Yet you are clean upon passing through. The pain is gone. You get to the other side, whole. You find yourself in a weird doo-doo place, full of doo-doo. You see fragments of what appears to be a realistic human face mask. Wait, lockpicking? Hacking. Should be able to do some form of hacking. If not, I can go get my +3. Because I don't think this will be enough. Yeah. I need 1. I need to go get my other hack. Oh! As you step out of the picture, you are startled for an instant to see Ezra staring at you. I see you found something interesting. You wouldn't believe what I saw there. Maybe I would. I've seen a lot of strange things in my life. Wait, did you know about this picture? No. Still calling it a picture seems rather inadequate. Based on what I've just seen, tell me, Megan Mind, what was on the other side? A small room with a stasis cell of some kind and 2 desks. There was a chemical set and many different chemicals, and there also be some mask fragments. Ezra absorbs your words, does not produce any response, but a few simple nods. Why are you silent? The things you describe are familiar to me. Over the years, there were a few instances where I was able to peer into Tanner's mind. Faint shapes of what you described was what I saw. I was quickly removed, however, in every single one of these instances, so I know nothing of the purpose or meaning of these things. Tanner's disappearance is a mystery to me, or as much. It is blah blah blah. Tanner's disappearance is a mystery to me, as it is to you, Megan Mind. Now I believe it's time to share our findings with the rest of the council. Let's go. But I wanted to open the box. Oh. What if there was something that I needed to know? Or a weapon to murder him with? As you were describing what you saw in Tanner's room, you could clearly make out the expressions of growing astonishment on the council members' faces. You finish, and with that, the room instantly becomes noiseless, as if empty, until old Jonas speaks. And there it is. Oh, what are you talking about, you old coot? What I'm talking about? Weren't you listening, woman? This is the whole moment. The moment where we can finally sit down and discuss the man, even if he is a man at all. Oh, God. My bowels, who's been a mystery to us for all these years, and yet we never even dared speak about him, or it, or whatever. I know we were all thinking the same thing. Yes. Tanner was a mystery, as you said. His disappearance, his background, or lack thereof, and just his presence, he stood out. It's like something I felt as soon as I got here, but no one ever spoke about Tanner, ever. And he was a competent man, so I accepted things as they were. Well, Vera, you're stupid. I mean, it wasn't just you. I remember Tanner when he came to the station. I had hair and more teeth, and the epithet old was far off from being stuck in my name. Tanner, he looked really different from what he looks like now. Oh, maybe it's because of that thing you saw in his room, Megan mine. Tanner barely aged. You people might not have noticed it as much, but I did. I felt the same as Vera and every single soul in the station. And for a good reason. Tanner was clearly hiding something from us, and the peek in his room, as revealing as it is, poses more answers than questions. Questions in it, I don't know. But at least we know now we can talk about him in the open. I do not disagree with anything said here. Our opinions do not differ. However, we need to focus on the reason, or reasons, for his disappearance and how that will affect Southgate Station. And Megamind, I feel, has more things to reveal to us about him. Megamind, you performed quite a few tasks for Tanner's recently. Ever since she got here, Tanner's been sending her around. Do you know anything else you feel we should know? Now's the time to talk, Megamind. Tell us what you know. The tasks Tanner gave me were all somehow connected to a mysterious object which was stolen from the Faceless, causing them to invade Core City and the rest of South Station under blah blah. I've learned that the object is a powerful one and Tanner wanted it for himself. All this has led me to the deep caverns where I've seen it and finally returned it to the Faceless. Are you trying to say that Tanner was the one responsible for the invasion? Oh God, this story gets better and better. But what the heck is this object you're talking about? I don't know what it does, but I've seen it. It's made of polyhedron. It's a dice for Dungeons and Dragons, made of some unknown material. It has a strange markings and what appear to be sockets of some kind. Yeah. Incredible. Tanner must have needed that device so badly he was willing to risk an all-out war with the Faceless. And there is, however, the question of how he was able to steal it from the Faceless in the first place. I think someone did it for him. I found Laura Baker in deep caverns, and she explained to me that Tanner sent her and Terry to pick up this object from some man. He must have connected it in some way to a theft, not having done it himself. However, the earthquake prevented the Bakers from returning to SGS, and so did a gang which called themselves the Acid Hunters. They killed Terry and wounded Laura and took the item from them. Oh, the Faceless returned Laura. I forgot to tell you in such a rush. She's resting here now. In any case, you mentioned you went all the way down to deep caverns. Tell us how it happened. Well, after the Acid Hunters took it from Laura and Terry, they finally ended up in Cortex Research Facility, from which it was stolen by the Tchortists. After infiltrating their institute, the Faceless attacked, but the object had already been sent down to deep cavern, so I had no option but to follow it. This is like a James Bond film. Oh, better and better. Would you stop that, Jonas? Seems like everyone wanted this object, including the Enigmatic Institute. Why did Tchortists send it to deep caverns? What do they have there? Well, they have Tchort, What? What is Tchort? It is one ugly creature, a giant, disgusting, mutated mass of flesh with slimy tentacles sprouting from it, and it was really difficult. Everyone is silent, exchanging stares. Oh, but don't worry, I killed it, and returned the object to the faceless. Wow, you got a real pair of breasts, you got a pair of mighty boulders sitting between your legs. Figuratively. Oh, I'm old and I can get away with it. Fascinating. You've seen amazing things in such a period of time, and you live to tell the tale. But this tale presents more questions than answers. I still don't know who Tanner truly is, what he's going to do with it, what the faceless device, and where he is, and other things that What? There's a lot of stuff. There are 2 things I've learned that might shed some light on who Tanner is. Oh, please tell us. I met a humanoid creature who calls himself Ramumbra. We met him, I met him before Deep Caverns, and it seems we're both involved in all the important events regarding the faceless object. Can you describe it? Well, he's tall, he's lean, but he's about as tall as Tanner. He has a prosthetic arm and a leg. He wears a metallic-looking mask, and instead of eyes, he has 4 lenses. One other striking feature is that he has 6 digits on each of his hands. As tall as Tanner? A mask? He's more powerful. He's a powerful individual, even capable of things like instant teleportation. The technology he wields is far more advanced than anything we've ever seen. Yes, go on. I like tall tales. I'll tell you one right now. There was a time... Oh my God, please no. Jonas, he and Tanner seem to be the same species. From what I understand, Ramumbra wants to assassinate him, and he seems to have been trying to find him for a long time. Now that he's finally discovered him, Tanner slipped away to the north UnderRail. So what you're trying to say is Tanner has been posing as a human in order to hide from whatever the hell it is assassin, now bolted as soon as this Ramumbra sniffed him out. Everything makes sense now. The faceless object, Tanner's disappearance, that stasis cell in his room, his departure. We still don't know what he's gonna do with that gizmo, but I bet the 5 hair on my head it's related to him not wanting to get zapped by his fellow kinsmen. Oh, gentlemen, I think a long meeting is ahead of us. Thank you for everything, Megan Mine. The rest of us have a long discussion ahead. You, on the other hand, might want to go get some rest. You've done more than enough. Afterward, you should come to my office. Whatever. I'll go nap it off. I did just kill a boss. And I am a boss. You wake the next morning, after having gained 100 XP. Well, you decide to go check out your shelving unit. Yeah, I got a Mark II. You grab your Mark II hacking device. You juice it up. You then go step back into Tanner's stupid painting thing with an attempt to hack it. Go through. Boom. Come on, you can do it, Megan Mind. Oh my God. He had one 146 power cell. That's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. And worth all of it. Worth everything I had to do in a whole game just to open that one lock. Alrighty. Talk to her in the commons. Exactly, Kat. I've missed you so much. That's Tanner's office. She's in the library. God, Kat was trying to tell me the whole time. He was like, dude, administration and library. I'm like, Kat, you're cute. And I give it a little rub, a kiss. Pat it. I mean, what? I'm a man. I also like cats. Well, there's still no signs of concern intertwined with her expression. You notice more confidence and resolution in her stance and speech. Did you rest well, Megan Mind? Yeah, I did, actually. She nods. Do you know why I wanted to speak to you? wait. What? You wanted to ask me something. You wanted to tell me something. You need me for something. No. You wanted to ask me. Yes. To be more specific, I wanted to offer something to you. How would you like to become my lover? I mean, one of the counselors. Why me? Well, South UnderRail hasn't been this turbulent ever since the breakup of BioCorp. Earthquake, faceless evasion, United States integration, increasing conflicts between UnderRail Protectorate and the Free Drones, to mention but a few. After you left, the counselors, discussed you and your recent first-hand experiences throughout South UnderRail. We feel that you'd be great use to us, and both in and out of your duties. My bedroom is what I'm trying to say. I mean, that we can offer you this position and other positions in my bed. And it is something upon which we all agree. You don't have to answer right now, just think about it. And most likely take over some of Tanner's duties. Some of the ones you could manage at first, then, well, we'll get to the details and specifics after you give me a positive answer. I accept. I want to become a Southgate station. It ends the game. What benefits does a counselor get? Will you be able to directly influence the future? Boring. No, but seriously, you could become... Nah, I'll see you later. I mean, how's Laura holding up? She's still unconscious. Well... See ya. Like I'm not gonna go check out the sciencing of alien future space monsters and another... This game. Doesn't it know me by now? Know me by now? Some words were trying to come out of my mouth. Alright, we're going to... North UnderRail. It ends the game. As before and during the Faceless blockade, it was still business as usual in the junkyard. The balance of power between the eels and the scrappers held. Because I never made them fight. Yeah, I'm a badass. This is the post-game wrap-up. The extraction of the old world junk and its shipment across South UnderRail via the docks ensured that the town would survive in the foreseeable future. That one dude still had his head cut off. Hey, this guy up at the top of the screen, he had his head cut off. I killed him. I took his head and dropped... Oh my god. A bunch of cheaters. With both burrowers and the Rat Hound King out of the way, the Thorians extended their hunting grounds and grew their community. I forgot all about them. They were good people. That lady down there stabbing that meat forever. Good old meat stabber. Though you took care of their faceless problem, rail crossings troubles had only just begun. Really? I did everything for them. Since they too lost many people during the faceless attack, they had to seek help from the Protectorate. The train carrying the armaments, ammo, and the general supplies eventually arrived, safely, due to your help. Yeah, it did. The dude finally got his mushroom brew and killed himself in an overdose. Sad tale. This allowed them to survive multiple attacks mounted by the United Ironhead clans all around surrounding tunnels. But having smelled weakness, the bloodthirsty bandits kept on with their offensive. They probably smelt that Breaking Bad stack of cash that was in that one place. In time, Rail Crossing was forced to ask for more direct assistance from the Protectorate. Oh. During the final battle, a platoon of Protectorate soldiers arrived in the nick of time, repelled the invaders, chasing them down and killing most of them, thus saving Rail Crossing. Wow. I did all of these things, except for that thing. The price of this, of course, was Rail Crossing giving up its independence and integrating into the United Stations. And they banned Mushroom Brew because they don't like alcoholics. Protectorate's all business. With the beast dead, Foundry was able to resume its production. One guy, while he was stirring it up, found a dude that got pushed in. Though economically prosperous and safe from outside threats, the city continued to suffer from life in Core City went on as before. Caged by the city's high concrete walls and mesmerized by violent entertainment, workers, merchants, bandits, zoners all struggled onward while oligarchs played their shadowy games. God, those games. There is a lot of shadow involved. One organization sought to challenge the balance of power in the city, though. A Silver Hand, formed from the Zone Rats gang and led by Gorski, who left SGS to pursue his ambition of taking control of Core City. He failed, and his head is on a pike outside of the arena. That'd be hilarious. Though met with fierce opposition from the established oligarchs, the organization still survived, and due to enjoying the general support of zoners and other poor inhabitants of the city, managed to carve out a small piece of Core City for himself. And itself, his gang. That's pretty sweet. Gorski was a good guy. People still flocked in great numbers to watch Arena. Their thirst for blood, never quite satisfied. Never since Megamind, the legend of Weather Woman, a mysterious gladiator who came from nowhere and quickly rose to the title of Invictus, who would live for years to come. Also, the hardest Core City bar. So hardcore. Though they suffered a setback through the destruction of Epone Labs, the Horse Labs, the Protectorate still made a major advancement into the south when it took control of Rail Crossing. It's true, they did. I let that happen. And with the free drones out of the way, their operatives had much easier time infiltrating and operating inside the independent communities of the region. Sneaky Protectorate. The grisly fate of free drones haunted your nightmares until the day you died, which was never. Once the Protectorate soldiers managed to crack the heavy gate and enter the Institute, they found none alive among the carnage. All the bodies of the dead faceless were gone, and all the Tchortists lay where they fell. That one lady with her just glorious bosoms. She'll be missed. Talk about cracking a heavy gate, you know what I'm saying? I mean, except for one. The Dane's body was never found. Following Tchort's death, Harmos Savros led the remaining Raspberries out of the deep caverns. Their discarded uniforms were found in lower UnderRail, but it is unknown where they went from there. Naked, from the looks of things. Just look around for some group of dudes that are doing things all naked-like. Under Vera's leadership, SGS fostered good relationship with the Protectorate and United Stations. Not long after, SGS became an official part of the United Stations. Not everyone was happy with the direction SGS took. Most of Gorski's followers and even some of the neutrals left the station, while Gorski himself denounced Vera and declared himself her enemy. That doesn't seem very nice. Gorski, why are you so bitch? I loved you one time. Well, there was a few times we loved each other. As for yourself, you decided there are more important things than to manage a station, and that your destiny lies elsewhere. You boarded a train that took you far to the north to Hexagon, where you hoped you'd find Ramumbra. Roombembra. Something. An alien name. Having retrieved their precious artifact, the Faceless retreated back into the depths from which they came. You never discovered the purpose or meaning of the medallion they gave you. Oh, I didn't. You're right. What would I have done with it? Stuck it in my behind? UnderRail. What more to come? DLC? Conclusion? UnderRail 2? Oh my god. Well, there it was, guys. UnderRail. In all of its glory. Battle Mage. Whew. What a good game. I love this game. So many different builds. Tons of quests. Huge open world. Difficult as balls in a lot of places. But thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking through it. Or thanks for watching the last episode that you skipped to the end because you were like, how does this freaking thing end? There it is. Tchort dead. Me riding the rails like a dirty hobo that I am. I had a fun time playing it. Fun time doing all the voices and just being stupid as all get out like I always am. Nothing really else to say. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you for whatever comes next.